Hey there folks, this is the Uniform Guy here with another review, this time of the P08 Pistol Parabellum, otherwise known as the Luger. First things first, do a quick safety check. So, remove the clip. As you can see, no rounds in the clip. Lift her up, pull back the slide, no rounds in the chamber. Fire off the action. Right, quick history lesson about the Luger. It was originally designed in 1898 as a replacement for, we've got one here, funnily enough, the Hugo Borchardt C36, otherwise known as the broom handle Mauser by its broom handle style pistol grip. This is a toggle action pistol. There is actually only a few thousand made, far less than the Luger, yet these seem to be more readily available than the Luger. Weapon like this in this condition in England will set you back £300 to £400 compared to the £1,200 I was quoted for an infantry Luger earlier today. We'll just move this little puppy out of the way. So yes, as I said, the C36, originally designed in 1836 by Hugo Borchardt for Ludwig Loewen Company, which eventually would be known as Deutsches Waffen- und Munitionsfabriken. They had one of their engineers called Georg Luger go to work with Borchardt to come up with a cheaper, far easier pistol to produce than his broom handle Mauser. Borchardt refused, so Georg went on his own and produced the Luger that we all know today. This particular one here is not an infantry Luger, this particular one here is a naval Luger, denoted by the 7-inch barrel. They come in various barrel sizes. You have a 3 3/4 inch barrel, which would end about there, I believe. An 8-inch barrel, which is an artillery Luger. The artillery Luger would come with a stock, which would fit on that clip there, which is present on all Lugers, as far as I'm aware. It would also have a sight on its barrel there. The naval Luger would normally have, because of the length of its barrel, a sight up here. However, one doesn't appear to be present. This could be because this toggle is actually maybe a newer part or a replacement part. There are other lengths of Lugers because there's still companies producing them today. Other ones, I believe there's a 1 1/8 inch barrel one called the snub-nosed Luger or the baby Luger, which barrel literally ends there. Or some Luger carbines which have barrels over 12 inches long. But we are paying attention to World War I/World War II Lugers, so we'll go with the naval Luger I've got here. Just another one to point out though, before I go down to the field strip. After the end of World War I, part of the amnesty, the weapons rules and that, which came along, stated that weapons couldn't have over a certain barrel length, especially pistols. So generally, these barrels would have been chopped down at the end of the First World War. So any pre-1920 Lugers with longer than 3 3/4 inch barrels, probably ones that were obviously kept by the officers who were issued them for private use, no longer went back to the armoury, because obviously if they went to the Imperial German Armoury, they would have had to have been chopped down due to the weapons amnesty during the 1920s. Enough of the history, because it just sounds like I'm babbling on garbage here, and down to what you're watching this video for, which is the field strip. Now, if this was not a infantry Luger, I'll put my hand there, like most people do, push it back, and twist the takedown switch with my thumb. But because I haven't got massively long fingers, I will push this back as far as I can, and then use this thumb here to twist the takedown lever. I'll just remove this plate here, pop you down there, pull the slide forward. I'll turn it upside down a bit so the recoil arm can come out. I'll get that axle back in there. That's the toggle arm axle which sits in the rear. Usually they don't come out that easy. I think this girl's shy because she's on video, so she's playing up. She doesn't want to play ball. Come on, old girl. Right. No, she's... What you doing, old girl? Come on. There we go. Right, just slide the lower receiver, put it to one side. This is what was causing me the trouble. This is part of the recoil action. The old girl was catching on the inside part of the spring. It's like a recoil spring which runs down here. This little flange clips in as the slide goes back and the toggle angles up. That helps it reload. And like a bell end, I've just cocked it. Yes, give you pre-warning about this Luger's, if I just do it again. Can cock and fire whilst in this state, so there is some truth behind the punching Lugers that featured on Inglourious Bastards. You just press that there, that defires it. So remove this axle, the one that keeps lovingly falling out because it's incredibly greased up. Lift the toggle up, slide it out. There's the toggle and firing pin assembly, and here is the Luger tuning fork. Bring it into view. Now, probably actually can't hear that, but if you hit this part, hold it by the end of the barrel, hit this part on a table, and then it should, don't know if you can pick that up, but it should sing like a tuning fork. If it doesn't sing, this is cracked. If this is cracked, don't fire it. Trust me, there are easier ways to lose a hand. Right, now pop that down there, pick up this little puppy. This is your toggle arm. So as you can see, it moves that way. There's your firing pin, bolt assembly, and then this is your, essentially your slide. And just a little one here, I'll probably show you it better when it's in the weapon, but there's a little arm there which lets you know when there's a round in the chamber. I'll put the weapon back together and I'll show you that feature because that's quite cool. But yeah, obviously oil this like a bitch. I won't show you how to today because I've already oiled it and I don't want to get oil everywhere like I'm at the moment. So I'll just show you how to put it back together. Obviously grip your tuning fork like this, press this button down here. This is like the loading firing mechanism spring. Slide your bolt in, make sure it goes in, it'll only go one way. Lift your toggle up, slide that till it's home, let go of the spring, let your toggle sit back down, get it all in place, and push your axle back in. Make sure that rear axle's home. If that's all not like it should be, it won't go back together again, it won't work. Right, so we flip this upside down, push that axle back in, get our receiver, turn her upside down, marry her up so she slides easily. Make sure nothing falls out. If I turn it that way, it might make life a little easier. Now what you want to do is you want to get it to about that point. Flip it the right way up, and although you probably can't see it on here, but you want to keep an eye on here for your little lever spring that I was telling you about. it's got to go just behind the mag well, but before the 2 prong arms. I don't know if you can actually see that. See if I no. I'll see if I can show you that at a later date. If not, there's more than enough videos out there with a better view. Come on, get in. Because yeah, if you don't get it right, you have problems like I'm doing now. Right, there she is. She's home. So we'll lie back down. Put the plate back in. Now there's a little lip here. Don't know if you can see that little lip there. Fits in a gap here. Right. So if we just come on. Get in there, my son. There we go. Right, she's all back. Oh, no she isn't. Yeah, that can happen sometimes if you don't do it right. Now, I wouldn't like to hazard a guess. If that was loaded, and I'd just done that, that could have been very painful. Come on. Right. Now I will suggest, if you are going to put your Luger back together like this, or take it down like this, put something to protect the end of the muzzle. Always check it like this as well. If you don't check it, you go and fire it, and that side panel will come off, and I'd fired it, could have been in big trouble. Anyway, there we go. There's the Luger for you. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it helped you in some way, shape or form, and thanks for watching.